a round robin kind of thing, so I'll do 7 minutes, then Pam will be up to do 7. This one is called Pack of Matches 1. Across the way, insulated from snow by a slim cleavage in the hills, the wet nurses gossip to the storm clouds about the old men in the jail. On the opposite side of the lake, inky frauds seek celebrity as if that porousness were protection from despair. 12 floors up, I sit on used furniture and recalibrate loss. 2. In the Tropic of Parkinson's, the heartless moon looks on in stupor as the ocean catches frail meteors in its arms. Outside the castle of ousted Gnostics, the palsied rain conspires with tattooed thunder. Around the corner, a colony of ruined trees laments a bend in the weather. Then the cheaters, ever merciless, begin losing at cards. Called Flaubert Eats Breakfast, and the sentence that is quoted in it comes from one of Flaubert's letters. They were sitting at the breakfast table, waiting for more toast, when she looked up at him and said, "Your mania for sentences has dried up your heart." That's not true, Mother. And gout and the middle class. You're just upset my fruit bowl is empty. Come, my darling. Let's take a walk in the garden and water the desert of my heart. The future may surprise us yet. Gustave, my son, my star, you are incorrigible. Yes, Mother, I am. But give me your arm. The eggs will have to wait. Look, the sun is bleeding on the flowers. The clouds, soft guardians of virtue, they will protect us. God is out walking his dog, and all over us, white bees hover like angels of clotted milk. This is a poem that appeared in After Hours. It's based on excerpts from Psychopathia Sexualis by Richard von Krafft-Ebing. A wonderful book. Not exactly G-rated, but wonderful book. So it's full of case histories, and these are some excerpts of those case histories. Case 106. When she was about 10 years old, she thought that her mother no longer loved her. So she put matches in her coffee to make herself sick, that she might thus excite her mother's affection for her. Case number 88. On account of his impotence, the patient applied to Dr. Hammond, who treated his epilepsy with bromides, and advised him to hang a shoe over his bed, and, imagining his wife to be a shoe, to look at it fixedly during coitus. Case number 8. As a child, he was not affectionate and was cold toward his parents. As a student, he was peculiar and retiring, preoccupied with self. He was well endowed mentally and given to much reading, but eccentric after puberty, alternating between religious enthusiasm and materialism, now studying theology, now natural sciences. At the university, he read Jean-Paul almost exclusively. His fellow students took him for a fool. Case number 89. On his marriage night, he remained cold until he brought to his aid the picture of an ugly woman's head wearing a nightcap. Intercourse was immediately successful. Case number 36. She must stand at the window awaiting him with her face done up, and on the entrance into the room complain of severe toothache. He is sorry for her, asks particularly about the pain, takes the cloth off, then puts it on again. He never touches her, yet in this simple act finds complete sexual happiness. Case number 55. On their wedding night, he forced a towel and soap into her hands, and without any other expression of love, asked her to lather his chin and neck as if shaved. The inexperienced young wife did it, and during the first weeks of married life, was not a little astonished to learn the secrets of intimacy only in this way. Case number 102. Trapped in a circle of erotic ideas, the patient grows more and more peculiar. He avoids the society of women, only associates with them when 2 witnesses are with them, and only for the sake of music. Case number 83. His dreams are filled with aprons. down ballot. She votes based on hair type. He lives off the largesse of women without hips. She works from 9 to 3 for a cosmetic dentist. He spends his afternoons wandering the Zuma Hills. She develops shin splints from running after 4 children. He can't get over his triumphant puberty in New Rochelle. She's looking for a man with a Yale lock on his conscience, someone who could be the cashier at her church. His childhood barber is running for office in Milwaukee. He would contribute, but the down ballot is never a sure thing. In exact change only last summer, and it's called Bad Heart. You died from a bad heart. I never thought your heart was bad. It always treated me well. Yeah.
So this first one was in Exact Change Only a while back. It's called How to Waste Time Looking Things Up on the Internet for Bob Rashkow here. How to tie a tie. How to make it in America. How to get a girl to like you. How to kiss. How to get pregnant. How to get out of a bad relationship. How to get out of the doghouse. How to get out of a car without showing your knickers. How to be happy. How to become a vampire. How to become a model. How to become anorexic. How to be a good girlfriend. How to become a police officer. How to beat Counterfeit Island on Poptropica. How to sew a button. How to sell weed. How to seduce a man. How to set up a blog. How to use chopsticks. How to use a tampon. How to use a bidet. How to use 911. How to tell a girl you like her. How to tell if a girl is a virgin. How to tell if someone is lying. How to tell your parents you're pregnant. How to tell if a diamond is real. How to tell if your Intel-based Mac has a 32-bit or 64-bit processor. How to do a bibliography. How to do a backflip. How to tell the difference between nerds and geeks. How to know, the difference between love, infatuation, and lust. How to tell the difference between Japanese particles. How to tell the difference between cocaine and anthrax.
Stick pages and expect to
How to meet cute boys. How to meet a man at 40. How to attract, seduce, and pick up women. How to meet new people without being creepy. How to meet broads. How to meet attractive, intelligent, atheist women. How to meet and marry a billionaire. How to meet a celebrity. How to meet yourself and find true happiness. How to start a band. How to start a restaurant. How to start an essay. How to start a garden. How to start a movement. How to start triage. How to do things. How to make stuff. How to make great teachers. How to make the world a better place. How to make a difference in someone's life. How to get rid of your computer.
I'd like to thank all of our editors for picking that poem to publish in that issue of ECO, so that's wonderful.
And this one is a cento. It's called The Burning Questions of Poetry. Who is Sylvia? What is she? Will you marry it? Marry it? Marry it? Should I get married? Should I be good? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Do I dare to eat a peach? Or does it explode? Why should I let the toad work squat on my life? When can I go into the supermarket and buy what I need with my good looks? How much longer will I be able to inhabit the divine sepulcher? Pure? What does it mean? Does it stink like rotten meat? Oh, what can ail hail thee, knight at arms, do I terrify? Why does your brand say drap we blue, Edward, Edward? By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stops thou me? Are you the new person drawn toward me? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Fred, where is North? Where are Elmer, Herman, Bert, Tom, and Charlie? Is there anybody there? Said the traveler. Felix Randall, the farrier. Oh, he is dead then? Margaret, are you grieving? Why should she give her bounty to the dead? Why should we be organized to defend the kingdom of dullness? What happens to a dream deferred? What's the Greek name for swine's snout? What are you thinking of? What thinking? What? How can we know the dancer from the dance? Is there no one who feels like a pair of pants? Ramon Fernandez, tell me if you know. I walk through the long schoolroom questioning. Thank you. And this one obviously is in the book. It's called On Our Honeymoon in New York City, My Husband Turns into Times Square. Our first night in the Big Apple, my husband's slumbering Midwestern arm snakes out through the hotel window, inflates to the size of a Macy's Parade Miss Piggy balloon sailing off down 6th Avenue. In the morning, his teeth are as big as the bathroom mirror, and blazoned with flashing blue and gold lights he attacks with a 5-foot toothbrush. Alarmed, I flee for a day of shopping, of picking at pasta and teensy trattorias. When I come back at night, he's 100 feet tall, perched on the Chrysler Building's tiara like a pulsing electric King Kong. Digital love poems scrolling across his forehead, offering me a rocket-sized glass of champagne and 10-story neon roses that blink, bloom in a million hot colors. He's a riot of dazzle, of neck-craning wonder, blowing me the kiss that never sleeps.
It's called rattlesnake pancakes. I don't usually take bets, but I took this one. Fatso bet me a melamite ring I wouldn't eat a rattlesnake pancake. Normally, I'm cautious, but I needed a gift for Emily Beth, and her father, being a miner, she had a thing for melamite. The thing on my plate was, pardon, the color of a dry scab, and it tasted as vile as it looked, but I got one swallow down, and then 20 followed in slow succession. I felt queasy, but Fatso never guessed. When 5 hours later I was still alive, he handed over the ring. I ran to Emily Beth's mom's place on Arapahoe. I found her sitting on a 2-person glider on the wraparound porch. Emily Beth, I got a ring for you. Oh, blister, however did you afford a ring of melamite? That just heats my heart. Maybe so, Emily Beth, but are you tempted enough to wed? A gift is not a liberty blister. I'll not marry you until Father Life has sucked the selfish out your soul. Selfish? Selfish? I ate snake poison for you. Yeah, but you didn't die, did you? So what's the good of that?
Like not being able to find most of them. Well, Bill has been working on this series of poems that he calls incompetent translations, which are wonderful. And I thought he was going to read some of them tonight, so I decided to read the bunch of incompetent translations that's in my book. And so, of course, he decided not to read them tonight, but I'm going to read mine anyway. This is called 3 Mistranslated Love Poems, with apologies to Eugenio Montale. And the first one is Dark Verse. Oh, why are my memories of you sullied with vendettas, lack of ha-ha, and cheap angry treaties? Dream sequence, cue raucous music. The fugitive god of umbrellas breaks his arm and spends all night sobbing by the gate to the machine that guards the carousel of Saint Excuse Me, while the moon and I eat supper together, devouring everything. Our love was a seesaw of scatology and surprise that made us run from each other like wet cats on pontoons. Now I curse you to God while eating maraschino cherries, my fulminating frog prince, never really mine. And the second one is daily training. The tortoise slow ascent of the hulking sun, the flapping of my sister's very first calendar, revolting memories of Omaha. These are a few of my least favorite things. So I announce my gleeful game plan: to kiss you till we fall out the window, till the blood in our veins boils over, and we get so hot under our innovative collars, our electric sunglasses short circuit. Hear me whisper through the hole in my fire-trap heart as I write you mash notes juicy as mangoes. Be my only whale. Carry me away on the stagecoach. Day after day of your own free will, fuck me till my accessories surrender. And last but not least, number 3, I can say no more. Oh, rest your worn-out, nail-bitten soul 2 pincers away from mine. I'm a famished, leggy woman choking on vows as I splash around in the primeval chowder, refusing to acknowledge God's Timex watch or the silly taunts of my mossy old lovers. Let's dance vibrantly in Hawaii, smoking the strong cigar of love. Let me shimmy in the garden of your eyelashes. Eternity is such a stingy place, nothing to live on but salads of sky, all those candlelit stairways that lead nowhere. More than this, I can't say. I'll just polish my gilded heart and leave it at your door so you can study its incandescence like Galileo. Meet me in an hour in the deepest sub-basement of your soul. Heaven's an empty dollhouse where no breeze stirs the bone-white curtains. I'd rather ride the souped-up Camaro of your hips for the rest of my red-letter days, and either you or God can do the rest. Buddha said, no poems about death tonight, so I took that as a mandate to read a poem about death, just to show him that, that poems about death can be funny. This is called The Next World. Dip a pebble in liquid gold, then dip it in wax, then another layer of gold, another of wax. Continue dipping day after day. Watch the layers grow like a giant jawbreaker. A layer of precious, then a layer of mundane. One coat gleaming, the next opaque. Dedicate your life to this task, year after year, till a pebble is huge with layers, till gigantic vats are needed for the dipping, an immense block and tackle for the hoisting in and out. Keep dipping, dipping, dipping till death comes. The last layer determines your lot in the next world. If gold, then the bravura career, the private isle and palatial estate. If wax, then boredom, failure, and disease. But what if you die with a stone in mid-dip? The top gilt gorgeous, the bottom wet wax, and your unresolved fate the equator. Well, in that case, my friend, the next world is not for you. The great divine cannon will shoot you right past it, beyond the reach of its glittering curve, as you berate yourself in your limbo. I should have dipped faster. I should have been more decisive. Perhaps you'll gaze down at the next world, its turquoise mists and gauzy forests, as you sail off into the darkness, a satellite hurtling way off course, your back hunched like a jockey, forever straddling your stone.
I just finished Pam's book. It's fabulous. It's unthinkable, and she has copies on the table there if you're interested in getting one afterwards. There are a couple copies left of my book called Appointed Sentences, and if you're interested in those, I'd be happy to start one of those as well. These are some poems. Some of the poems I read tonight are from a forthcoming chapbook called Incompetent Translations and Inept Haiku. And so I'll finish up with a few of these. This is called In My Hometown. In my hometown, Pinhead Joe plays mumbly peg alone with a sharpened spoon. In my hometown, Manila is the flavor and cul-de-sac is the address. In my hometown, the Catholic girls know all the words for Louie Louie. In my hometown, the post office serves Doritos and lime beer. In my hometown, yellow Ford Falcons people Old York Road. In my hometown, all the crosses on the mountain are upside down. In my hometown, the thalidomide baby just turned sweet 16. This is called The Day Begins with Running. Respect your parents or not. Stay put or not. Finish school or not. Get married or not. Stay married or not. Have children or not. Work hard or not. Travel widely or not. Stay sober or not. Remodel your kitchen or not. Hang loose or not. Retire or not. Watch out or not. Die or keep living or not. Tariff happy. Be subversive in your chores. Knock at the door of indignity and demand to be let in. Factor in your final calculations the weight of losing among the self-assured. Do not fob off. Keep a second set of books for Raphael. Inculcate improves. Wash with emotion, then with good soap. Expose those for whom freedom is greed. Scour the future so as to inherit it. Keep lists. Change the air in your protocol every time you crave a tattoo. Lock your knees before you do anything violent. Wear linen at funerals. Hands off the secret levers of the world. Watch out for the kids of Narcissus. Inept haiku. I don't really like to write haiku. Inept haiku. A perfect number is a number, the sum of whose factors, excluding itself, add up to that same number. Holding a bowl of broccoli and onions, he fell backwards off the chair into the fireplace. A perfect number is a number, the sum of whose factors, including itself, add up to that same number. Months after the accident, she carried the impression of her dead boyfriend's head on her chest. A perfect number is a number, the sum of whose factors, excluding itself, add up to that same number. On the bottom of a porcelain cup were found bright stains of honey in the shape of a bee. Thank you.
Sure. Well, let's see. Buddha said not to read anything too serious tonight, so of course I took that as a mandate to read
So freaking defiant.
a poem about the end of the world. It's called Prophecies for the Year 2050. There will be sightings of fiery spaceships in the president's bathroom mirror. There will be hell to pay and water to bail. Our hearts will grow as tiny and stony as cherry pits. There will be whales in the bracken and penguins in the pines and skies so slippery the stars slide off. There will be making of preternatural din. The earth will evolve into fire and the water will crawl up on dry land. The trees will be brittle as fingernails, bald as bats. The mountains will twist into cryptic shapes. There will be really nasty rainbows as grimy as unwashed nets. There will be factories of laughter implanted in our chins. The gargoyles on Notre Dame will read trashy novels all day. The plague will start in Chile and gnaw its way north, then pinwheel across the world like a spinning scimitar. Those rickety old stairs up to heaven will be destroyed by a fire of suspicious origin. Our leaders will be as soft and boneless as marshmallow peeps. There will be creepy-looking writing on walls of light that burst from the earth at night like ghostly fists. Our dead will return wearing nightgowns of smoke and set our houses on fire. And they'll howl at us in foghorn tones, "It's all your fault, your sticky-fingered fault." There will be nothing left but fire and granite-hearted God, and he'll have bigger things than fish to fry.